Hey everybody, and welcome to my channel, Texas Gal Treasures. Thanks so much for coming, and it is Sunday, so I'm trying to get back into the swing of doing my weekend review and talk about how the week went and what my goals and plans are for the future. Well, oh my gosh, so a lot's been going on. I have quite a list today to talk about. So, yeah, I know I've got some friends in the chat, so if you're over there, say hey. And I don't know if I'm having problems with my chat again, but let me refresh it just in case. Because I'm not on the OBS system, so I can't really pop out the chat, but I can still say hello and say hi to you guys. Okay, and I just noticed right before I went live that my friends Nick and Andrea are live as well, so darn. Is there background noise? Oh dear. Or are you trolling me, Jeff? I can never tell. There could be background noise for, I don't know. Anyway, whatever. Okay, so my title this week was the importance of being flexible, because as I was writing the notes for everything that had been going on, I was like, wow, okay, it's really important to stay flexible with just everything in your business, in your life, because if not, you're going to lose your mind, right? So hello in the chat. Hi, Julie, Trisha, Jeff. Hi, Alicia, and Cheryl and Joni. Hi, Nancy, and Swag Maven. Hello, hello, everybody, Nancy and Cheryl. So, okay. I'm going to start with merch. The more personal, I had to blot my lipstick the other day. Anyway, the more personally stuff is going to be at the end. The stuff about like how it's going with the job loss and all the some other stuff that's been going on. Some of my absences that may have been noticed. So that's I'm going to kind of leave that stuff for the end. So yeah, I know it's warm today, right, Wendy? In Texas, it's warm here too. Okay, so I'm going to start with merch, and then we'll move towards the reseller stuff. So in merch, my sales are like up and down. So again, this is that, importance of being flexible. I haven't been able to get up my, I can upload 80 shirts a day, which is just not realistic every day. Some days when I'm doing re-uploads, I can kind of hit that or close to it. But it just isn't realistic. But I want to try to start, making sure I'm getting more of those up there, because as you guys may or may not have known, my husband lost his job a couple weeks ago. So that's important for us to try, even though I have to start viewing merch now as more of a like a bonus, because for a while there it was getting better and better and better, and I could see the progression of things getting better, and now it's a little more roller coastery, and I think it's like that with when you're selling on anybody's platform, really. But just me letting go of that and saying, okay, I really need to expand and change the way I'm focusing on things. Also, a lot of people are getting rejections. So a lot of people that had put in, applications, usually it was just a waiting period and you eventually got in, whether it was a month or a year, you eventually got in, right? For the most part. But now people are getting these rejections that they're not letting a lot of people in. And I know Mitch, he does his channel is Mitch on Merch, or Mitch Fairchild. Anyway, his show is Mitch on Merch. He's a teacher, and he had a lot of his kids apply at the beginning of the school year. And now a lot of them are getting these rejection letters. So they're having to really figure out, are they going to go through Printful? Or are they going to go to Redbubble? Or are they going to go like another route? Because, yeah, you just got to work with what you got, and be flexible. Okay, so that being said, I've been putting a little more energy into my Etsy and Printful. And no, it wasn't yesterday. Maybe it was yesterday. 2 or 3 days ago, I did a video about ways to improve sales on Etsy, and I talked a little bit about the Etsy and Printful integration. So if you're interested, check out that video. I've done a few. I'll probably do a couple more because I think some more people are kind of interested in that. So also, there's a link down below if you're interested. So there's a link for Printful, and there's a link for 40 free listings if you open a new store on Etsy. And Jeff was just sharing that Printful can integrate with Amazon now. I think, Jeff, you did a video too talking about it just this week. So before you had to have like a registered trademark brand or something like that, and it was a big, long process to be able to use Seller Central to get your merch shirts, or your not merch shirts, but your Printful shirts integrated with Amazon. But now there's another process where it's not as involved. I mean, you still have to do a few things, but it's nowhere near as involved as having a trademark brand. So Jeff, if you're watching the video now, if you're live, you guys, Jeff's in the chat. So click on his name, and I think he just put a video out this week sometime for that. So definitely check it out. And I think he has got a link for his Printful, and I've got a link for my Printful if you're interested in that. Anyway, okay. Yeah, okay, in the chat, yeah, Cheryl's asking if my husband's a teacher. No, he is in computers. He is a full stack developer. Is that right, honey?
Yes.
Full stack developer, whatever that means. I have no idea. All I hear is front end and back end, and then I giggle, and that's what I think he does. So I know there's more to it than that, but yeah. Yep, this week, Keynote, when they say, wait 24 hours before I upload it. Okay, that's something else for Jeff. Okay, cool. We'll have to talk about that later, Jeff. Okay, so yeah, that's what my husband does there. So teachers are facing layoffs in Houston. Thelma says, oh my gosh. Yeah, anyway, that's a different topic. I remember when that happened a couple years ago when I was teaching, and they called it riffing. I can't remember what that stood for, but they were Reducing force. Okay. Well, anyway, they were riffing a lot of teachers from the school where I taught, and some of them were really angry about it, which, you know, you're upset, but like I ended up getting moved to another classroom. This is kind of off topic, but you were hearing these stories of these teachers that were getting let go, like super gluing the books to the desktops, and one of the teachers that got removed from our school, when I was moving into her classroom, she had squeezed super glue into the lock. So like we couldn't get into the classroom for me to move my stuff into the room. So they had to like remove the doorknob or something, get a whole new door. But anyway, it's just like, okay, maybe that's why you got fired. All right. Maybe that kind of behavior. Maybe there were red flags. I don't know. Not that that has anything to do with Randy, but that just reminded me when Thelma said teachers are facing layoffs in Houston. So anyway, hello everybody. Okay, so moving forward, we talked about merch, we talked about Etsy and Printful. So I've been doing more to get more done on eBay and Etsy. It's been kind of slow going, and I'll explain why later in the video. But and luckily, in Jewelry Lovers, Christine has started a challenge to list every day, even if it's one item, to share it in the group or share it in the thread. And then even if you list 10 that day, like every day you have to share one new item that you've listed. So really trying to get, okay, just do it. Once you get the ball rolling, it's not so hard, right? I mean, sometimes it just feels like I don't feel like it, or there's a roadblock. I don't really, you know. But once you get that first one done, it's like, oh, okay, I can do this, right, and get them up there. Because I have all these pictures taken, so it's just a matter of listing them. So Wendy says, "Hi, Randy." Hey, he says. Okay, Thelma says, "Oh, my crazies, yeah, there's crazies out there, yeah." Okay, so there's that. And then I heard the news about PayPal and eBay. I don't know enough to really talk about it, but I guess in a couple years, PayPal and eBay are going to be going their separate ways. I have to find out more about that. I use PayPal a lot, so that's gonna. I don't know what kind of impact it's gonna have on me. So I'll find out. I'll find out more. And then, so that's eBay and Etsy stuff. Wow, I'm flying through my list. In Jewelry Lovers, last month we were focusing all on pearls and stuff, and I honestly didn't do as much as I was intending, so I may come back and revisit it some with the group. I mean, I posted stuff every day about identifying pearls, but when I share in a minute, you'll understand a little bit more about why I didn't do quite as much as I was hoping. But this month, I've already started getting the ball rolling for things. We don't have an overlying topic, but I've got some really fun posts going and planned. And the one I put up today, I'm just going to share it. I don't normally share like everything we're doing in the in the group, but the one I put up today is like, can you identify the stone? And so like I've got 3 different pieces of jewelry with different stones that look very similar, you know, and can the people in the group identify the stones? Now in the group, I do say like, these are the 3 choices. And I'll say what the, you know, one of them is this, one of them is this, one of them is this. And you've got to pick A, B, C for which one. So, yeah, we're going to be doing more stuff like that, more fun things like we were doing earlier before things got really bumpy in my life. And, you know, so there's that. So I'm really looking forward to getting back on track with the group. And everybody's been really understanding with just everything that's been going on, right? Banana pants. That's all I got to say. Banana pants. So I got the month set up, kind of mapped out like what we're going to do this month. And I shared that. Okay, cool. Yeah, and Christine's awesome challenge. So yay. Swag Maven says, yeah, even one a day at least makes you feel like you're getting something. That's true. That's true. Okay, so YouTube stuff. So this week, where'd my thing go? You don't understand. Okay, Jeff, I don't know. Oh dear. So this week I have skipped a few days. Normally I put out a video almost every day, but I did a really fun haul. I actually went out yesterday, got some stuff from different garage sales. There were garage sales yesterday. It was kind of chilly and rainy, but there were still like 7, 8 or so that I hit in my area. So there must have been others elsewhere. And I had my younger brother on for the first time. So if you didn't catch that, my brother Brian was on, what day? It was like 3 days ago, but there's his pictures there. Anyway, so that was a fun interview. We did like a sibling tag, and I don't know, I was like really nervous about having him on because he really speaks his mind and says what and he has no couth about like embarrassing me or whatever. So I felt like I was playing roulette. So, you know, I didn't know how that was going to go, but it went well. He didn't embarrass me too bad. He actually, I was thinking he was going to say more things than he did. So that was good. Let's see. I did a fun, like, what is this object kind of video and shared some of the more unusual things that I've sold to see, like, is this something you would have known what it is? Some people were like, oh yeah, I knew what that stuff was. And some, no, every now and then it's important to kind of like stretch yourself. So if you see something you don't know what it is, that you pick it up, learn what it is and see, right? Let's see what else. I did a video this week too, if you missed it, about how I can tell if pearls are real or fake. And actually, because I talked in the video about the knots between pearls, but then some of the people in the comments shared that, oh, they had pearl necklaces that were not knotted. And so this was something that was new for me, because we had always been taught, well, nice pearl necklaces are going to have knots between them. But a few people did say that they had, you know, an antique necklace or one that was their grandmother's that was not knotted. So that was good information. So that's why I always say check those comments in the comment section, because you always learn something new. I'm always learning something new from people in the comment section. I'm always grateful for that. Like yesterday, I kept saying lucite for these earrings, and they were acrylic. Anyway, you know, good thing nobody's perfect. I'm not alone. So, yeah, Swag maybe I have to step up with my YouTube. I need to have, yeah, definitely. Brothers can be that way. You have 6 younger brothers. Oh my gosh. So I have 2 brothers and 1 sister. And my sister's going to be here tomorrow. She's going to be here tomorrow, Tuesday, Wednesday. I'm not sure exactly when she's leaving. She could stay forever for as long as I care, as much as I care. I can't say. Anyway, I wish she would stay forever. So I'm hoping that I can get her tail over here and do a video with me, because it has been far too long since I've had my sister come do a video. So that'd be fun if we could do that, I think. So that's going on. Also this week, I'm going to be co-hosting with my friend Jason T. Smith on Thursday evening for his Thrifty business. I don't know who his guest is this week or anything, so we'll see. So that's on his channel, Jason T. Smith. And then my friend Tom, I'm trying to get my friend Tom on sometime, Tom the English Picker. He and I have been talking, and he knows a lot about jewelry, and so I think we're gonna have a jewelry chat where we're just gonna talk jewelry and English hallmarks. That's one thing I was like, what can we talk about? I mean, I could just have you on, we'll talk jewelry. That's fun for us, but you know, what else could we talk about? Like, so he's like, well, I guess I could talk about English hallmarks. I'm like, yeah, that's good because those can be overlooked. So anyway, that's a story for another time, but I'll talk to Tom some more today and find out when's good for us. And have a jewelry jar. We'll have a few, but I'm going to try to do a jewelry jar unjarring this week as well. Oh, thanks, Patricia. She says, I love it when you're on with Jason. Pardon me. Okay, so now to the, oh, well, this is still kind of YouTube-y stuff, but I decided again, so I changed my mind. Okay, you guys know forever I didn't have my kids on. And then they were wanting to be on, and we were starting the Homeschool Channel, and Randy was cool with it. And I was like, okay, let's do it. And then I changed my mind again. I feel like when it comes to that, I'm just like, I'm excited for them because they want to do it. But then part of me is like, no, I can't, you know? So I'm still, I pulled the videos that they were in. and like, I didn't delete them, but I just changed the privacy on them until like, I feel like I'm not at peace with having them on yet. So I think that because I feel that way, I just need to not have them on until I feel like 100% like comfortable with it. So that being said, you know, some of our homeschool videos that I have recorded will probably not go up. I told them, you know, you can still be in the video, just like your hands and your voice and maybe your backs. And I know I've already showed and shared them, but I'm just like, I don't know. The thing is when I'm falling asleep at night, it's something that's like nagging at the back of my head. And so that's what I normally do. Like it'll be the middle of the night and I'll pick up my phone and I'll like change the privacy setting on a video that my kids are in. Like, oh, never mind. I can't have them out there. I just can't. Yeah. So that's kind of where I am right now. Yeah. Trust your instinct. I got to do it. Right. And I think the thing is that there are so many people that have their kids on, and that's when I am able to talk myself into it. Like, well, look at everybody else. Everybody else is doing it, right? But then, like, I'm laying down, falling asleep at night, and so it just keeps me up. It like keeps coming up. Like, no. So yeah. Sin City Vlog says Homeschool Channel will be awesome. I have one. I don't quite have 200 subscribers there yet, but I have one. It's called Texas Gal Homeschools, and I've got a lot recorded for it. So I'm trying to get the ball rolling again over there. So when I hang up with you guys here, I have a haul video, a garage sale haul for my homeschool channel that I'm going to do. But yeah, I need to get more consistent. I mean, I'm really consistent here, but I can't do it every day over there. There's no way I can do both every day. So I just have to figure out a good groove for, you know, videos here, videos there, and how I'm going to work that out because, yeah, this is my love. This is my love. Okay, so now for the more, I guess, the personal side of things, apart from the business side of things. Oh, yes, thank you, Fox. I'm fine. Hit the like button, everybody. So homeschooling, how's it going? It's going better. Pardon me. We had a little bit of growing pains when the first week or two, but it's getting better. So yeah, I mean, sometimes we don't get started till early, but then my dad shows up at 4:30 and we're still doing school, and he's like, school's out, isn't it? Like, not at our house. We're still doing school. So overall, it's going pretty well. I'm kind of excited about it. I know I share a lot. Okay, on Instagram, I'm trying to confine my homeschool posts just to my Texas Gal Homeschools Instagram page, but sometimes they like creep in. So I hope you don't mind. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll see homeschool stuff there too, because I just have so much fun with it. I think that's the part that I'm just like, that, you know, Thelma probably get this. If you're teachers out there, like, that passion's like has been reignited, you know, to see the love of learning and to have fun with learning. Sorry, I don't know what I had that's causing me a little tickle in my throat. So it's been a lot of fun. It's been a lot of fun doing that. So I don't know. So yeah, there's that. In the chat, Sin City, what's my opinion on vaccinations? People need them if they are able to have them. I mean, but it's one of those, like, every parent has to make that choice for themselves. I mean, I have a friend whose daughter can't have them, so my kids are vaccinated. Yeah. So I did, when they were babies, I did spread them out though. I don't know how I got on vaccines, but yeah, when they were little, I was just like, I just can't give my baby, my 3-month-old, 8 shots today or whatever, 8 vaccines. So I would just, like, every other month, or every month we would, anyway, but they got them all. It just took a little longer because, yeah. Oh yes, thanks, Thelma. I'm enjoying it. I really am. Pardon me again. Okay, so yeah, Rand is still looking for work, and we're trying to think outside the, I hate that phrase, we're trying to think outside the box. He's been working on a program and an app, something that we did a while back, or he did rather, when I was teaching, as far as helping with math back fluency. So it's something that we kind of did before, for when I was teaching in the public school, that we did for my whole school. So he's trying to find a way to incorporate that and to create it into an app. And so at the same time, so when he does start, looking for job, or he's looking for jobs, but when he goes out and they say, well, what have you been doing while you're not working? He can say, well, I've been developing this and I'm working on this, and he's working on a website. And if he finishes that, then he can start working on another website for me, or I don't know. And then he's talking to somebody that my sister knows in the beekeeping community for something to do with them. So he's definitely got some things going on as far as that. And then we had talked, when was it, last week or a couple weeks ago, I talked about the whole insurance thing, because we were trying to figure out, because the open enrollment had closed for the, what's it called? And the healthcare exchange, or whatever it's called. But because he had lost his job, we were able to go on and find insurance. Oh my gosh, what a nightmare, right? If you guys have gone through this process, there are, like, no good options. It's just like, really? These are my options, and it's going to cost me through the nose. And then apparently, because it fell on a certain day of the month, like it was after the 15th, so we couldn't sign up for February. We had to sign up for March. So that meant we had to do Cobra for the month of February. It's just been like that kind of, like, stressy stuff, just constantly, like, oh my gosh, you're kidding me. So now we had to do Cobra. So it was important though, because thanks, Cheryl. She says, I hit the like button right at the start so I don't forget. Now, I'm not one that likes to really dive deep into, like, my health and stuff like that. But it's kind of been what's going on, and kind of been adding to the stress that's been going on. And I haven't really shared because I didn't know what to share, right? But I'll just share it. And the reason I'm sharing is because a lot of times I keep stuff in, and then when I share it, it turns out there's so many people in the community that are like, oh, I'm dealing with that too. Here's some resources. You're not alone. And, like, that's the whole point. The whole reason I started doing YouTube is so that I'm not, because when you're a reseller, you don't have your coworkers in your office that you can say, hey, this is going on. You know anybody that's going through this? No. So this is why I'm doing it. Okay. So, and again, I'm not planning on sharing my health stuff a lot because so I've been having a lot, and this has been going on for like 6 months, but it has been becoming increasingly worse and then the last like 2 or 3 months has been really, really, really bad. I've been having some really bad abdominal pains, like in the gallbladder area, and they've sent me to get a CAT scan or CT scan. Is that the same thing? Is that the same thing, Randy? CT scan. Anyway, it was like a big thing, a big round thing. They shoved me through it, right? So I got that. I've gotten ultrasounds. I've gotten, okay, I don't like to talk about this. And so if it grosses you out, I'm sorry. But I had, you know, do the colonoscopy, and then I, you know, going back to my GI doctor. I mean, it's just, they can't find anything wrong with me. But I'm like, it's right here. It's where my gallbladder is, blah, 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 you know, and I'm just like, okay, they're just going to yank this gallbladder out. They're just going to yank this puppy out, right? So I go back to the GI doctor, and he's amazing. So I went back to see him, and he was like, so, okay, tell me about the pain again. Are you in pain right now? Like, yes, it's like constant. I notice it when it's not there, right? So, I can't believe I'm sharing this, but this is what's been going on. This is why I've been absent and missing days here and there on videos and stuff, and just kind of, I don't know. So, he was like, really? He's like, it's not just right after you eat. I'm like, no, it's all the time. It wakes me up at night. I'm not sleeping. You know, sometimes it's just like, right now it's just like a dull pain. Sometimes it's like excruciating pain. So, and it's constant. It's all the time. You know, I notice it more when it's not there. So there might be an hour here, there, you know. So anyway, he was like, okay, this is not good. Tomorrow, he said, this was a couple of days ago, tomorrow, go to my office. We're going to do endoscopy. We're going to go in there. We're going to get a hydroscan ordered, blah, blah, blah. So that's why merch, you know, I missed Wednesday on merch because I had my appointment with my GI doctor. And I was like, okay, I told everybody we'll do it on Thursday. Well, we couldn't do it on Thursday because he was like, be at my office at 11:45. We're doing an endoscopy, you know. So it was like, so I still have to get the hydroscan done, but they found nothing, absolutely nothing. So he's put me on this. And again, this is one of those things that's like, I didn't understand what this was, so I don't even know. I still don't know if this is exactly what it is, but he put me on a diet called FODMAP, if you know what this is. And so it's like for IBS, which I feel like when I think something is one way, like I didn't used to believe panic attacks existed when I was younger. I really thought people would say they had panic attacks just to like get extra, like to get attention or whatever. I don't even know. And then, of course, I started having them. And then I was like, oh my gosh, these are real. So same kind of thing with this. It was like when people would talk about IBS, I'm like, okay, you get stomach aches, whatever. You know, like, okay, go to the bathroom. You know, and not like I was cold about it, but I guess I just didn't understand. And so now that he's saying that this might be what it is, I still have to get this other scan done, but I'm like, oh, okay. So now looking it up, I'm like, oh wow, there's really different, there's like no one cookie cutter thing for this. Anyway, whatever it is. So that's kind of where I'm at. Today's my first day to really, or no, yesterday. Yesterday was my first day to really stick to the dietary changes. It's like mostly dietary changes. So I'm not gonna like spill. First of all, I don't like talking about the colon, or I mean, who wants to sit and listen to somebody talk about IBS, right? I don't. Again, I don't want to be the person talking about it, but I just wanted to like put it out there that that's what's been going on. So some days if my channel is dark and I'm not putting out videos, I'm probably laying in bed with a heating pad and stuff. So we'll see. Yeah, that's. I mean, they've gone in both ways and they can't find anything wrong. So yeah, stay away from pork. It affects the gallbladder. I just had some bacon today, so there goes that. Anyway, but I will. You know, at this point, it's sort of like elimination, and I don't even remember what FODMAP stands for. It's like, anyway, well, I've been doing some research on it, and that's what's been going on. Okay, so there's that. So that's what's been going on. And that's why, too, I was just like, we have to have insurance. Because I was like, sure, I was going to show up to see Dr. R. I'm not going to say his name. To see him, and he's going to say, okay, let's go pull this gallbladder out and yank it out. But I'm super grateful that he's saying, you know, how about this? You know, let's try this first. You know, he's not surgery happy. That's the thing. That's what I'm grateful for. So yeah, so that's kind of what's been going on. I'm glad I saved that for the end because I don't know how I would continue talking about stuff after that. Anyway, so yeah, that's, I think, the gist of it. So yeah, the importance of being flexible. That was kind of like, the ups and downs of whatever was going on with, or is going on with my health. And then Randy's job stuff, and then homeschooling, and that guilt of like, okay, I've been in the doctor's office for 2 days. We're not getting all of our school stuff done every day. Anyway, so there's that. I hope you guys are doing well. And I really appreciate you coming and letting it all out. See, food allergies, that's the thing too. I think part of this FODMAP thing, if you have never heard of this, I never heard of FODMAP before, but it's like an elimination, like you eliminate all this stuff from your diet, and then you add like one thing back in. I think it is kind of like to identify triggers or food allergies, like CJ saying food allergies or food intolerances. And my sister was saying this too to me. So yeah, anyway. Okay. I appreciate it, you guys. Honestly, I didn't want to share it for sympathy or anything like that. I just wanted to put it out there. So I'm like, this is what's going on. Maybe you have heard of this and can help. It will help you, or maybe you've heard of this and you can help me. Tell me something. But it's gonna be better. We're gonna have like a little mini Super Bowl party today, and I'm not gonna be able to eat the pulled pork Randy's making, and I'm not gonna be able to eat the pig in the blankets that the kids are making, or the king's cake, because we decided we were just gonna do king's cake today. That's cool. It's all right. I can have some almond butter on some almond crackers. It's okay. I'd rather not than have a horrible stomach ache, right? So there's that. Yeah, Jenny's saying stress can manifest itself in so many ways. It's true. And gosh, we haven't had a thing to be stressed about lately. I don't know why I would be stressed out. They wanted to take my gallbladder out and quit, but quit red meat and take probiotics, and you felt great. That's great. Lactose-free milk, Prep says. And see, I don't drink that much milk, but it's cheese. Does that count? Cheese counts, right? Yeah. Your aunt has problems eating certain foods, still trying to figure out. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Cheryl's saying stress hits women harder in the physical form. Lactose-free milk. Yeah, that's one of the things on this FODMAP. I got to pull up. What does this stand for? It's like the F. So these are things you're supposed to have a low FODMAP diet. Fermentable, because it produces gas. I'm not sure I can pronounce this. Oligosaccharides, which is fructose and I can't say that. Disaccharides. That's what this is, like an acronym, or what acronym? Is that what I'm thinking? Yeah. Monosaccharides and polyols, right? So these are things I have to avoid. I had to go look it up. I didn't know what those things were. Anyway, so that's what's been going on, and I'm so glad you guys came. Unless something major happens, I probably won't talk about this again because, yeah, no. But I just wanted to share. That's what's been going on. Okay, I appreciate it. I'm going to go do a whole video on my homeschool channel for the things I got garage sailing for homeschool. So if you want to come check it out, go over to Texas Gal Homeschools and subscribe and hang out. Kayla, I'm so glad to hear that. I may want to talk to you more. She says, a friend of ours' daughter was on the FODMAP diet and healed her GI tract. As long as it heals this pain, makes it go away, yes. That's all I need. Learn how to meditate. Oh, thanks, Richard. Okay, all right. Thanks so much, you guys. Leave me a comment down below for anything. Just say hey. Let me know how you're doing. Check in. We're sitting at the water cooler. Let me know what joke you heard this week or something fun. And, oh, good. Well, it's good to hear, CJ. Okay. Yeah, okay, here we go. Thanks so much, you guys, and I will talk to you later. Bye, everybody.